Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I'm going to be working on week 39 in my 2018 Project Life album. This week, we are using both the September Stories by the Month kit from 2018, in addition to some of the Stories by the Year collection or kit as well. Now, this week is the big week, the week when Jonah was born. So a lot of these photos that I have picked out for today are going to be from his newborn photo shoot, in addition to some meeting of the family sort of photos. So there's a lot of baby photos from this week because that was pretty much the main story. But as I am working through my process today, I will definitely talk you through some of the photos and what makes them special and why I chose what I chose. So in addition to the two kits, I've also got some of my older Stories by the Month stamps from September. We'll see, I might use them, I might not. And then I've also got a whole bunch of chipboard pieces, some of them that I made myself from the September Stories by the Month kits digitally. So I printed them digitally on my white matte photo paper, pasted them down onto a sheet of 12 by 12 chipboard, and then fussy cut them out myself using my Tim Holtz scissors. And then I've also got a couple of them in here that are from some of the other kits. Some of them come from One Little Word, which I believe would have been last year's One Little Word from 2020. I've got some of the pieces in here from the Together story kit, and then some of the pieces I think are actually from an older Stories by the Month from September, or November. Who knows? Regardless, the colors worked, so I pulled them out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set out here on my desk and get to work on it. I'm going to be doing some stamping, embellishing, all that kind of stuff. I'll talk you through my process. I'll talk you through the photos, and then once everything's done, we'll slow back down and close out for today. So let's go ahead and get started. To begin this layout, I'm going to first set out all of my photos and my cards here. So this week is one that I have been super looking forward to getting to. And as I am going through the embellishing portion of this layout, I'm actually going to end up keeping everything pretty plain and simple because I love these photos. And I just felt like I really wanted the photos to shine this week. So I have pulled out the card that says this week, and it has some colors that went really well with the September Stories by the Month kit. So I love, and honestly, just it's really nice against the blue color that we're wearing in a lot of our photos. So I have that one, which I will end up adding my date stamping to, and some kind of separation in between it. And then I also have a patterned card there just below it that's basically like a yellow polka dot on a whitish background. And all I'm going to do is add one chipboard piece into the middle to make it blend in with the rest of the spread as well. For the other cards that I chose to add my journaling to, I have one card there that says First Day, and then it has a bunch of details there. That card was originally intended to be for something like first day of school, but it works really great for a birth story because that was Jonah's very first day. And how awesome is that? So I printed one of his baby photos, and a lot of the baby photos, so the ones of Aaron and I holding Jonah, and Jonah's wrapped up in like a whale blanket, and then the one where he's in the basket with a little beanie on his head. Those were all taken the day, it might have been the day after he was born, really, by a photographer that came in through the hospital. And we did the same thing with Izzy, where we took pictures in the hospital with her. But for Izzy, I actually purchased a package through a photography studio to have her pictures taken every 3 months her first year of her life. With Jonah, we didn't do that, but by the time I had Jonah, I was already doing a lot more photography myself. So one of the things that Aaron and I have talked about over the years is he regrets a little bit not doing the professional photos of Jonah for his first year, but then I show him like, okay, well, look at Jonah's life and how well photographed it is versus like when I didn't scrapbook and we had Izzy. So You know, we have lots of fabulous photos of our son, so we don't have to, we didn't have to spend all the money to have somebody else take his picture. However, I am very, 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 very grateful that we did do the photography session through the hospital, because these are some of my most precious photos that I own. So the photo at the bottom came from that photo shoot. And then I just talked about like a very brief birth story for him. Jonah came in at 9 pounds, 4 ounces. So he was a giant baby and came a little bit earlier. So my water actually broke with him, and which was surprising because Izzy, I was induced for a week late, and still it was, she probably could have baked a little bit longer. And Jonah was ready to come. He was ready to be out of there and be, in our lives not in real life. He was always in our lives in real life, but you know what I mean? Like in person. He was just ready to be here. So that's that one. And then for a lot of the photos, I'm also adding, by the way, a circle label sticker from the Storytelling Basics collection behind the oval sticker, just to take up a little bit more space and also give it a little cleaner of a look there. That way the chipboard's not like floating in space. It feels a little bit more grounded. So another card that I pulled out was the details card from the Storytelling Basics collection, or Stories by the Year. And that I was able to give kind of like a step-by-step, here is what happened throughout the day. The transitions is all about transitioning from hospital to going home. So I've got our going home picture there at the bottom that we had the nurse take for us. And then at the top, I felt like this was a great opportunity to use the card that says Our Family Manifesto, which came from the Family Story Kit, which was a couple years ago from Allie Edwards. And I used that card to talk about like what is important to our family, like what is it that defines our family? Who are we? What is important to us? What are things that we will always do, like be there for each other and that sort of thing. So that was a great opportunity to just write a little bit about what family means to me. And then at the very bottom, I also have a photo of Jonah's little baby feet, because, come on. We can't do a layout about having a baby and not show the feet. All right, friends, that completes my spread for this week. So obviously this is my favorite spread of 2018 so far, and probably will be in general, although we do have October coming up and December, so we'll see. But I love this spread. I love having all of these photos printed and in a home. I love having portions of the story told on here, from the labor and delivery to the transitioning home, and it's just one of the reasons I love Project Life so much, is because it helps me to capture some of the smaller details, or some of the details that maybe I haven't had a chance to document yet because the story itself is just so big. So it helps to break it down into a bite size and just let me know, okay, you've got a little bit of sections to add your journaling, and then, at least you've got a portion of the story told. So I love this. I love this, love this, love this. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing this spread come together and hearing about the stories from this particular week. I also hope that it encourages you to pull out some of your unfinished projects, or to take some of your really big projects, break it down into a bite-sized piece, and just get one thing done on that project this week. I will be back again next week with another spread in my 2018 album, which now going forward, there is all 4 of us to document. So both of my kids, my husband, and myself. And lots of exciting things to come, because next we're getting into the month of October, which was my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's wedding, and of course Halloween, and then December, and all of that good stuff. So hopefully I will see you guys back here next week for the next spread in this album. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and I will catch you all in next week's videos. Bye, friends.